An exchange rate, what it is, it's basically how much of one currency you can buy for another. It's the 7th of the 9th today, and when I looked, I could buy 1.19 euros with 1 GB pound. By the time you're reading this will of course have changed. It changes by minute basis. It's very difficult to predict. Now, businesses might receive money in foreign currency if they sell abroad. So, for instance, if ASOS, the online clothes company, sells an item of clothing in Spain, it will be paid in euros, and then we'll need to convert those euros into pounds in order to put it back into their business. We also will probably spend money in foreign currency. So a business will probably buy things from abroad. We import a lot into this country. So if you look at what's for sale in Tesco's, for example, they will have had to pay foreign currency for perhaps coffee or some of the fruits and vegetables. If you went to a clothing company like Topshop, virtually all of their clothes will have been paid for in foreign currency. So you can see that even though a business may be just in Hailsham, exchange rates can really affect them. Now, if we have a look at the exchange rate history for the UK, the GB pound against the euro, you can see that it's gone up and down ever such a lot over the last 10 years. It's gone from a high of 1.52 euros to a pound to a low of nearly just €1 to a pound. And today, as I said, it's 1.189 or 1.19. So we have some events which have caused this to happen. So the first one is the start of the last slump. Back at the end of 2007-2008, there was a world banking crisis which caused a huge amount of international disruption. And because the UK had an awful lot of banks, we suffered. Our currency went down dramatically. So from the high of 1.52 to the low of 1.02. Really big effect on business. We then had a prolonged period which we know is the recession. This recession, where our currency was low against the euro because we weren't doing very well. Back in 2012, in the summer, we had the Olympics, and it gave us the Olympic feel-good factor. Lots of people came from abroad, we all felt happy and successful. Our currency went up. We have been, in the last few years, in the recovery stage, and you can see the strength of our currency has been climbing steadily. But if you see at the back end of 2015, we announced the Brexit vote. So we said, we're going to vote to leave Europe or stay in Europe. And that caused a great deal of uncertainty in the market. And you can see the value of our currency dropped quite dramatically. And then, on the 23rd of June, I think quite surprisingly, we voted to leave the EU. And at that point, our currency took a massive dive. You can see that sharp drop down to there. And it's sort of stayed around that level ever since we have done that vote. As time goes by, we will see what happens and what will happen to our currency. But our currency reflects what's happening in the world at this time.